Welcome back to another first impression. This time for the anime, let's go karaoke. Synopsis from any list. The president of the chorus club, Satomi Oka, is approached by a Yakuza named Kyoji Narita. Kyoji's Yakuza group holds a customary karaoke competition, and whoever earns the title of worst singer must get a tattoo. Since he was asked to be Kyoji's singing teacher, Satomi has no choice but to go along with these practice sessions brought together by karaoke. Where will Satomi and Kyoji end up? Now, I watched the first 3 episodes. I went in totally blind. I was like, oh, karaoke. I don't know. Let's see what is going on. So, this one is a very mellow show, I would describe it as. Now, we have on one side Satomi Oka, who is like a middle schooler, I believe. He is on the cusp of puberty and his voice changing, and he's part of the chorus club. And they have like a little, competition where they score silver. It's at the very beginning. And then after they finish, they have like a little meeting. He gets more or less intercepted by Narita Kyoji, and this is the Yakuza guy that just is saying, hey, let's go karaoke. That is the setup. It is very weird. We have on one hand a middle schooler on the cusp of teenager who is in a choir. And on the other hand, we have a Yakuza who wants to be better at singing karaoke. Why? Because they have like this, competition, more or less, that the boss is more or less bringing on, and the boss has like perfect pitch, and the more errors you have, the more points you get, and the one with the highest points, so the worst one, he's going to get a tattoo. Not a tattoo from a professional artist, but from the chief himself. Now, the chief is not very good at doing tattoos. He's just learning. He's also not very artistic. So these tattoos end up pretty bad, and they hurt a lot. So that is why he wants to learn to sing better karaoke, so he doesn't, he doesn't have too many points, so he doesn't get the tattoo. And that is why they are together. Now, Kyoji is a very adult person. He's very, he's very, not necessarily quiet, but he's a very chill person. And he understands, hey, the other person is a middle schooler. He's also very forgiving because the other person is not an adult. And naturally, our middle schooler, he does have some problems. He's on the cusp of puberty, which is not good for the choir because your voice gets deeper and you may not be able to sing the same notes you were able to sing before. So we do have that aspect as well. I do like it quite a bit. I know this is not going to be for everyone. This is a very niche kind of show, I feel like. It has like a little bit comedy, it's mostly, I would say, like drama, slice of life, but interhuman kind of drama, not necessarily romance drama, but interhuman, because they are different. They live in totally different worlds. However, we don't really get that feeling from Kyoji, from the Yakuza. And this is one of the parts that these Yakuza series do tend to have, at least the ones I saw. They show the Yakuza world a little bit in a good light. Now, that is the beginning. We do see, and that is why I like it a lot, we do see some Yakuza stuff going on. And, even though Kyoji is not really showing it, and he's not really behaving crass or so, he's very mature, he feels like an upstanding a citizen. He is involved in that world, and he does have to do stuff in that world. We do get to see a little bit. I only watched the first 3 episodes. Who knows how much we will see? But I do like that it's not only, oh, I'm not only Yakuza and I'm not only like, listening to the boss and being respectful. No, there's more behind the scenes going on, naturally. Annihilist has it, right here, 70%. My anime list at 7.29. I would say this seems like a solid show after 3 episodes. I would give it like an 8 out of 10. We will have to see, especially the 3rd episode. I find did add a lot of stuff. I do not know how the story is going to progress. I don't know what the goal is. However, at the moment, it was very solid. We do have some, some personal drama with our middle schooler. We do have like this sometimes not that good interaction between these two people, because the middle schooler naturally, and he's a little bit scared that the other one is Yakuza and what can happen in that world, and he is going to be influenced by it in some way. However, Kyoji seems to be very upstanding, at least whenever he's in front of the middle schooler, in front of Satomi. So we will have to see how it is going to continue. I can't really say more because it would be spoiler, but episode 3 did pretty well. It is hard to really recommend to watch all 3 episodes, because if you don't like the first episode, you probably don't like the rest. But the 3rd episode did add quite a bit more, in my opinion.